Hey there, how's it going? It is your Muscle After 40 coach, Lee Hayward. And in today's video, I'm going to take you through a full day of eating. And the reason I want to do this is to help demystify and simplify nutrition. Because a common complaint that I hear from a lot of my coaching students and people who reach out to me asking questions about diet and nutrition and fat loss, they're making the whole idea of fat loss nutrition and eating in general, they're making it too complicated. And it really doesn't have to be that complicated. It can be quite simple and it can be quite enjoyable. The thing that I find a lot of people do is they put these rules and regulations around their eating. Like, hey, I'm not allowed to eat this, or I'm only allowed to eat that, or carbs are bad, so never eat carbs, or fat is bad, never eat fat, or you're not allowed to eat this, you're not allowed to eat that, or all these stupid rules around nutrition. And the reality is, we don't have to follow stupid rules. We just have to be better than we were before and kind of tip the scale in favor of making better choices more often so that you move in the right direction, right? It's not this extreme all or nothing approach. It just has to be good enough and good enough consistently. So I'm going to show you a sample day of eating that I follow myself in order to keep my body weight in check. And I'm going to show you how I modify it depending on my activity levels, because I have a base diet that I like to follow, or a base eating plan that I like to follow. And then when I'm more active and I'm burning more, then I will eat more. And when I'm less active and burning less, I will eat less. And this is something that you should do within your own schedule. I mean, on the days you need more, eat more. On the days you need less, eat less. And this is a great way to optimize your energy, optimize your strength, and also helps to keep your body fat in check. Because a big problem a lot of people have is this all or nothing approach. Like, I'm going to be eating whatever the hell I want and pigging out all the time, even if I don't need it. Or I'm going to be starving myself and in a calorie deficit all the time, even when sometimes I actually need more calories. But no, I'm not allowed to have those extra calories because I'm on a diet, right? And we need to bust out of these rules and regulations around nutrition and realize that you can be flexible with your approach and adjust it based on how your body is responding and based on what you need in the moment, right? If you're doing a high activity day, whether that's a lot of physical work, whether that's a lot of exercise, you need to eat to fuel that activity. Vice versa, if you're sitting on your duff in front of a computer, tapping on a keyboard, or you're sitting in a car going on a road trip and you're not doing a lot of activity, then you don't need to eat a lot, right? So you can adjust your diet and energy intake accordingly. So what I'm going to do now in this video is kind of take you through a sample day of eating. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how I adjust things accordingly to bump up my caloric intake when I need it. So to start off the day, meal one is a high protein blender smoothie. So I got 1 cup of liquid egg whites, some whey protein. Try and find the scoop down there somewhere. The scoop always gets buried. I'm going to put in a heaping scoop of whey protein. And I'm just going to give that a whiz to blend up the powder first. I'm going to add some frozen strawberries. These are sliced frozen strawberries, so it makes it easier to blend. Done. So that right there is a high protein, low carb breakfast that's quite filling and satiating. So it's time for lunch now, and I'm going to have one of my default lunches, which is a chicken salad. So I get the big bags of salad from Costco. This happens to be a kale salad. I also get chicken breast from Costco, these pre-cooked, pre-packed chicken breasts. 100 grams of chicken right there, ready to go. And I'm going to use some fat-free Greek yogurt as a salad dressing. Add that extra salad dressing creamy texture that I like with my salads. And also bumps up the protein. dump in the salad. This is what I refer to as healthy fast food. So there's the salad in there. And it comes with some salad dressing and topper. It's up to you whether you use this or not. The way that I like to go about it, if I'm on an aggressive fat loss diet, I'll probably skip it. If I'm not as aggressive, then I will enjoy it. And this is one of my guilty pleasures, is to have salad dressing. And this little topper, it comes with some, I believe it's pumpkin seeds and cranberries. So that's one of my little guilty pleasures. I will actually put that in with my salad and enjoy it. Sure, it adds extra calories, it adds extra fat, but it adds a lot of flavor and enjoyment. And this is something that I do make that compromise for when I'm not on an aggressive fat cutting diet. Like if I was getting ready for a competition or a photo shoot or something like that, yeah, sure, I'd cut this stuff out. But when I'm not trying to be super shredded, then I will live a little, splurge, have some salad dressing, right? Make my salads more enjoyable. So I am putting in the salad dressing that comes with it. This one happens to be a poppy seed flavored dressing. And the chicken. So 100 grams now of grilled chicken breast. And some fat-free Greek yogurt to add a little bit of extra creamy texture to that salad. So just dump that in there. A few heaping dollops of Greek yogurt. And then what I do is I just stir that up. So that's a big, healthy portion of salad and chicken. And this is very filling, very satiating. So that's going to fill my belly with a lot of high volume, high nutrient food. So getting a lot of, getting some protein from the chicken and the yogurt. Getting lots of fiber and green goodness from the veggies there, from the salad. And again, that's quite a large bowl of salad. I mean, I know most people would probably share that up amongst 2 or 3 people, but this is a serving for one. This is my lunch right here. So I just finished my chicken salad that I prepared, but I wanted to bump up the protein intake for that meal. So I also had some brisket. Now this was leftover brisket that we had made the other night. So I had a couple slices of that brisket, and again, that's quite lean, you can tell, and delicious. So very low fat, but a good source of protein, and quite tasty as well. So that was in addition to the chicken salad that I had. And for my mid-afternoon snack, I'm going to have a protein bar and a banana. And for the protein bar, I'm having a Quest bar. And the thing I like about these is they're high in protein and low in sugar. So 21 grams of protein, only 1 gram of sugar. And that's what you're looking for when you're trying to get a good protein bar. You don't want one that's loaded with sugar, because a lot of them, they claim to be protein bars, but when you look at the nutrition label, there's actually more sugar than protein. So it's technically a sugar bar, not a protein bar. When you're getting a protein bar, make sure that it actually has more protein than it does sugar. It's actually a true protein bar. And again, Quest is one of my favorites. I mean, there's lots of other ones out there, but this is just one that I'm having right now. And that is mid-afternoon snack. So for dinner, I'm having chili. Actually having leftover chili. Last night, my wife Patricia made a big pot of chili, and we're having this now as leftovers today. So this right here is actually my second bowl. I'm coming back for second helpings because this is good stuff. And I love chili left over the next day. I think it actually tastes better left over than it does fresh, because all the flavors have had a chance to kind of marinate and go through, and it just tastes really good. Now, I'll post the recipe down in the show notes in the description below if you want to check it out. But off the top of my head, like, I don't know the exact calories or macros in this chili, but it's really good stuff. I mean, obviously it's lean ground beef, it's kidney beans, it's tomato sauce, mushrooms and corn and onions and peppers and whatever. I don't know. She got the whole recipe there. It's her homemade recipe that she makes on a regular basis. We have this probably every couple weeks, and it's a really nice thing to have. I mean, I enjoy it, And this is a typical meal that we'll have at the Hayward household. So this is dinner meal, and I'll be back again with my evening snack. So for a nighttime snack, I'm going to have some cottage cheese. And this right here is low-fat cottage cheese. Great nighttime snack to have. Great source of slow digesting protein, casein protein, which is ideal to have for the nighttime when you're trying to have protein that's going to slowly digest over the night. So that's going to be my evening snack. Have that one right there. There we go. So to summarize, here is the full day of eating with all the foods, calories, and macros outlined. So again, for breakfast, had the blender smoothie, which consisted of liquid egg whites, protein powder, and frozen strawberries. For lunch, had the kale salad with the salad dressing and the salad topper, some chicken breast, fat-free Greek yogurt, and finished off with some brisket. Mid-afternoon snack, the Quest bar and the banana. Dinner, homemade chili. And then for my bedtime snack, had some low-fat cottage cheese. So the totals for this, and this is my baseline eating right here. This is what I consider a normal day of eating. This isn't a high activity day. This is a baseline day. So again, the total calories right here, 2,523. Total protein, 224 grams of protein. Total carbs, 211 grams of carbs, and 87 grams of fat. So that was the totals for my baseline day. Now, if I'm doing extra activity, like for me, one of my big things is I love going out for big bike rides. So if I'm doing a big day on the bike, then I'm going to eat more to fuel those bike rides. And I'm going to show you that. I actually have some video footage taken from a recent bike ride where I show you exactly how I like to go about fueling for those big bike rides. So this is some bonus footage to my full day of eating video. And when I'm out for big bike rides, like I am today is going to be about a 3-hour bike ride, I will eat extra to fuel for those rides. So what I'll do is I'll have carbohydrate and amino acid powder in my water bottles and sip that. So I usually put about 50 grams of carb powder and 5 grams of amino acids in a water bottle, drink that. And I'll also have energy bars, like Cliff bars, throughout the ride to help keep my energy levels topped up. So I'll have a Cliff bar like this probably every hour during my ride, in addition to my carb powder and amino acids in my water bottle. In situations like this, it's better to eat during the workout itself, rather than letting your blood sugar drop, go hungry, have your exercise performance suffer, and then it drives your appetite through the roof. So when you go home afterwards, it's more likely you'll binge eat. So I find eating before and during keeps things under control, keeps the blood sugar stable, keeps the energy high, and prevents binge eating afterwards. So it's my strategy when I'm doing long workouts: eat before and intra workout. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and you got some ideas that you can incorporate into your own nutrition strategies. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Total Fitness Bodybuilding YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more videos coming your way. And I also want to let you know that we also have a weekly podcast, the Total Fitness Bodybuilding Podcast. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify and iTunes and all the major podcast platforms. All you have to do is do a search for Lee Hayward's Total Fitness Bodybuilding Podcast, and you'll find it. And it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe to that podcast and share your feedback. Have yourself a great one, and I will talk to you in my next video. Take care. Over and out.